Yo, what's up everybody? It's me, WD Michael, and in today's YouTube video, we're going to be talking about the Wide League. So the Wide League was a tournament organization that I created a couple years back, I think a little over 3 years now. But basically what I found was that there was a lot of Pokemon tournaments being ran in the morning, and being as that I'm a stay-at-home dad with kids, I didn't really have the opportunity to play in those, and it was really frustrating for me because I really wanted to compete in some competitive Pokemon tournaments, so I just didn't have the opportunity. So I said one day, let's just make my own. I mean, honestly, it was just like that. I was like, hey, let's just make my own. And that's how this whole Wide League tournament thing started. I just wanted to be able to play in competitive Pokemon tournaments. So I started running tournaments. I started learning and growing. And I'll be honest, it's kind of crazy to see where that whole just one initial day where I said, yeah, let me just make my own tournaments, turned into this crazy thing that I've made. I mean, the Wide League has its own Twitter now with well over 1,000 people following it. We host weekly tournaments on my Twitter or on my Twitch page at WD Michael, called the Saturday Night Rumbles, which have grown from 10 15 players to almost 100 players every single weekend. We've hosted massive paid tournaments with over $1,000 prize pools, with some amazing commentary from probably some of the best players in the community. So it's kind of crazy to think that, like, just looking back at where it all started and where I started as a content creator into where I am now, man, it's been a wild ride, and it's been a lot of fun. So what I want to do with this YouTube video, and I feel like it's been kind of something that I've been lacking as far as on these Saturday Night Rumbles, is going over the actual tournaments. I've been making a lot of YouTube videos. I've been trying to find ways to bring the Wide League into more YouTube kind of video stuff and content like that. And so what I've been kind of working on, and some of you may have started seeing, but I'm going to start basically every one of my stream weeks on Wednesday or Thursday, team building. I'm going to try and build a team each week and bring that into the Saturday Night Rumble of that week and work on my team building. It's been something that I know that I've been lacking on as far as a competitive Pokemon player. Team building is really, really hard, and it's something that I've kind of pushed off as something I didn't really want to do because I wasn't really good at it. I'll be honest. I've never really been that great at it. So what I've been doing recently is pushing myself to team build, making those teams, and then bringing them to actually play in the Wide League tournaments. So what we're gonna be doing in these videos, we're gonna be just going over the Wide League tournaments, talking about the teams that were brought, especially in the top cut and the top cut image. And then we'll also go over some of my matches. I'm going to start recording every Saturday night the matches that I play in the Wide League tournament, and then going over them in these YouTube videos, talking about the teams we played against, talk about the team that I created and some of the weaknesses or some of the plays that I may have done wrong. Overall, just trying to become a better player and just making more content for the Wide League to kind of show it out there, because I've been having a lot of people message me saying, hey, it'd be nice to see some of your team building concepts, how you're going about it, and kind of watching some of your matches. So we're gonna be doing this every week. We're gonna start off the week with creating a team. We're gonna make that team and play with it in the Saturday Night Rumble. We're going to then make a YouTube video talking about the Saturday Night Rumble and the team we made, and then also release the rental in case somebody wants it. So that'll be a new kind of routine that we'll get into here. So keep your eye on that. The videos will probably be coming out every Monday or Tuesday, depending on how busy I am over the weekend with my kids and getting the top cut image made and stuff like that. So yeah, this will be the new routine. So let's hop into this video. Let's check out the Wide League top cut image before we start getting into some of my matches. Yo, here we are with our top cut image. I love making these images. They're super cool. The whole just like feel of them and look of them has just been one of the probably the best investments into the league that I've done recently. I love these images, and it's also a lot of fun to go through and make them and see all the teams that people are making, especially for these top 8, because they are always so different, and it's really, really cool to see. So this last one, we had 92 players, big tournament, definitely a lot of people in here. We had some really good competitors. It was a good one, man. Conkledonk returning, man, got that another win, man. Congratulations. He's been doing fantastic in online tournaments. His Dozo gameplay is just, I mean, he's been playing for so long, he understands the team in and out, and he has been absolutely crushing with it. So congratulations to him, man. I do notice that he's been making a couple of changes to the team. It looks like he did add Ogerpon on, and I think he took off the Chi-Yu. So pretty cool team though, man. He's been absolutely crushing with it, and I honestly am super glad that I haven't faced it yet. I know I did face him in one of the Wide League tournaments where I brought the Bombardier, and I think I actually got a chance. I think I beat Conkledonk early on, but I'll put that as he's probably tired because he was at a regional. He literally was at a regional and then joined the tournament later that night. So he played Saturday during the day at the regional and then played in the Saturday Night Rumble that night, and I'm sure he was dead tired. But yeah, that was, I think, the last time we played, and it was a good match. Pseudo's another new person in the league. Had a really sick Trick Room team. I see some more Trick Room stuff coming out in these kind of tournaments. Regulation E seems to be a little bit more friendly for Trick Room, as we're kind of getting some more Pokemon specifically tailored for Trick Room, like Dusclops, Ursaluna. I mean, they're all fantastic. I think people are starting to get a solid hang of the Trick Room teams. We're starting to see more of them pop up. One of the more interesting teams from this week was Orange Steve. I was funny because I was looking at the team sheet and I was like, oh, look, it's a shiny Galarian Moltres. and I clicked on it and I was like, wait, that's actually a real Moltres. So they actually brought a Kanto Moltres and got third place with it. So that's pretty cool. It's actually been, I don't think that I've put a Kanto Moltres on a Top Cut image ever. So I think this might be a first. That was a pretty cool one. Sick team though. Gyarados has been seeing a lot of use recently, just due to the fact that I think the Intimidate paired with the fact that it's a flying water type really pairs well into a lot of the Ogerpon teams that are popping up. Obviously you can see Ogerpon on a lot of teams. It's a very strong Pokemon and something that people are starting to have to, worry about and counter against. So we've definitely seen a resurgence of Landorus. Not Landorus, but Gyarados. Gyarados definitely, he's here to stay. I do see we've got another Gimme or a Goldango. I don't really see a lot of them recently. It feels like they have kind of taken a little bit of a back seat, but it's here again, man. So that's really cool one. Grimmsnarl is another one that's been popping up recently. I've seen, Joe ran it the other week. We've had a couple of teams I built with it one time, but I feel like these screens and kind of the survivability that Grimmsnarl provides has actually been decent. It's hard to run, I'll be honest. It's definitely doesn't feel like the easiest team to use, but if played well with the right Pokemon, it can be really brutal because you can't get through the team. You can't knock any of the Pokemon out and they start chipping you down. And then you're like, well, I don't have any answers anymore. So that's been pretty cool to see. Charles has got a pretty swift, we haven't seen a lot of Iron Bundle popping up. Iron Bundle definitely feels like it took a huge backseat these last couple of regulations. It was so popular a little while ago. It's kind of crazy to see how it really has died off in usage recently. But it's nice to see it pop back up in top 4. I mean, Iron Bundle is a cool Pokemon. It does a lot of damage. It's fast and it can definitely work if you needed to. And I'm guessing with this team, the way that it's built, I don't see a prankster like Tailwind user or Trick Room. So I'm guessing the Iron Bundle is the speedy Iron Bundle with like an Icy Wind to kind of help gauge with some of the speed. So that's pretty cool. Sempra, another fantastic competitor, an absolute champion, does super well. Made 5th place with 8-1. Only lost one game. Sounds like they lost their only game in Top Cut. So I mean, they're always doing so well. And I mean, you've got a sick team. I feel like King Gambit right now does really well. And I've seen a lot more usage of it, like on Showdown and also on the ranked ladder. And to see it in a Top Cut, definitely like it feels good right now. It definitely feels like a solid Pokemon. And yeah, paired with all the other Pokemon they've got. And I think the reason why it does so well is because there's so many Intimidate Pokemon out right now. You've got Gyarados, Landorus. They're always out. So having a Defiant Pokemon on your team is never a bad thing, especially with how the meta is. So I feel like that probably played out pretty well in their team. Ogerpon, Flutter, definitely like the two Pokemon right now. That's like the bread and butter, like there's the really heavy attacking Pokemon with Ogerpon, and then you also have the really heavy special attacking Pokemon, and like just the two biggest hitters. That makes sense to have them. And then also Heatran's cool, man, because we've kind of seen it die off a little bit, but I think it's going to start coming back a little bit more, especially with all the fire Pokemon, the fire Ogerpon, all that kind of stuff. There is a way that fire Ogerpon can still hit the Heatran when it's got the mold breaker, but again, it's still nice to have a Heatran. Heatran does really well, especially with a lot of the grass type and stuff like that in the meta. So yeah, Semper had a sick team, man. Carson, we have another Trick Room team coming out, which is super cool. This one's a little bit different. It doesn't feel as hard Trick Room, and it doesn't have the speed advantage like the Hisuian Lilligant, but it does definitely have some speed advantages with the Urshifu. I don't know if it's the water Urshifu or the dark one. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it's the dark Urshifu, just due to the fact that they have Sun on their team, and water Urshifu kind of, it's rough when you've got Sun on your team. But again, also like the Dark Urshifu might struggle with the Indeedee. So I'm not 100% sure which one they have, but sick team. They made 7-2, 6th place with it. Like I said, Trick Room is definitely something that people have to worry about now. It's out there and it's pretty strong. Magikora, we got Volcarona, which is pretty cool. I thought Volcarona, I build with it a little bit. I feel like Volcarona definitely has a place at the moment with Flame Body and the fact that it resists a lot of the Ogerpon. the ability to boost itself out and do a lot of damage. It's one of those Pokemon where if played well can be a real menace to have to go up against, especially with terrestrialization, man. A defensive Terra on a Fluttermane or on a Volcarona with like Quiver Dance and stuff like that, it can be rough. It really can quickly just overwhelm a match. So cool team, I like that. Roaring Moon's definitely starting to see a little bit more play. I've noticed it got a boost with knockoff, I believe what it got. So it was already pretty strong. Didn't see a lot of usage, but I think with knockoff coming out, it definitely was like, okay, people are like, man, we might be able to use this thing. And we've started seeing more of them pop up in the tournaments. Foe has our only Okidogi. I feel like Okidogi right now is really, really strong. If it's played well, it can be one of those Pokemon where you just can't knock it out. Like, it'll just sit there and laugh at you. It'll get its health back. And its poison moves mixed with like the guard dog, the ability is kind of crazy. I feel like that Pokemon itself is super, super strong. And if you match it with the right Pokemon, can be just an absolute menace. I've seen it. I've used it and I've ruined people like on the ranked ladder. I've seen it ruin me on the like it's a menace, and it's really like, I'm surprised, honestly. That's one of the Pokemon where I feel like I'm surprised I'm not seeing more of it, just because I feel like it is really, really good right now. Another more and again, it generally matches really well with Grimmsnarl. I feel like Grimmsnarl and Okidogi are just like that nice combo, because you want to really make sure your Okidogi is just lasting as long as possible, and Grimm helps you with that, you know, with paras, fake outs, parting shots, screens. Like, it does everything that Okidogi's like, yeah, I need that, I'll take all of it. So yeah, no, there were some really cool teams in this one. People had some really cool like team builds and concepts. There isn't one team where I'm like, hey, that looks like all the same. Every team on here has very different Pokemon, different ways they're running them. Like, this is all very unique. I mean, you're definitely seeing some Pokemon being used on a regular basis, but the other Pokemon that are being paired with them are always so different. And that's, I think, probably one of the coolest things I've started seeing with Regulation E, is that there isn't really like a set 5 or 6 teams that we're constantly seeing, and it's refreshing. It's really nice, and I enjoy this meta. I think it's a cool meta. So yeah, so next tournament, we do have one already set up. It is going to be the Saturday Night Rumble number 24. It will be on 10/7, which will be this next upcoming Saturday. Regulation E, and they always start at 9 p.m. CST. And if you're curious about that info, the Wide League Discord, as well as the Wide League registration for that tournament link, will all be down in the description of this video. So if you want to hop in and check them out, they will be right there for you. So make sure you check them out. But yeah, so next thing, we've kind of talked about the actual, like, the tournament and stuff like that. So next, what I want to do is I'm actually going to bring over some of my clips from me playing this previous Saturday Night Rumble, and we'll start talking about them, and then we'll also look at the rental code that I used for this tournament. Let's hop over to it. All right, so let's talk about the team that I actually brought to the Saturday Night Rumble, and this one was kind of a different one. I really like. It wasn't a team that I was super excited about, I'll be completely honest. And the real reason was because of Fezendipiti. I really wanted to try this Pokemon. Out of the Loyal 3, it feels like the worst one out of the bunch, I'll be honest. Like, just looking at it on the sheet, like a paper, it's really weird, because its attack stat and its special attack stat don't really seem to fit with where it should be played. If it had a higher special attack stat, this Pokemon would actually be really, really good, because it gets things like Dazzling Gleam, Acid Spray. Like, it gets really good special attacking moves, but because its special attacking stat is just so low, it just doesn't do anything. It's like hitting things with a wet noodle. It just doesn't work. The whole poison, like the toxic touch, like, that's always cool. Like, it's nice when you get that opportunity, but it doesn't always work. So my biggest problem with Fezendipiti is I feel like it's just not consistent enough to be viable in a tournament setting, where really, like, consistency is a huge thing. So I wanted to try something a little bit different. I was talking about Discord like maybe an hour before the tournament started. I was like, yo, how can we maybe do something a little different? And one of our buddies, Durger, basically said, hey, why don't you try the physical one? I was like, I don't know, let's do it, let's try it out. So we went with the Toxic Chain loaded dice. So we still have the opportunity of getting the Toxic Chain proc to go off with the loaded dice and Tail Slap. You hit the Pokemon 4 or 5 times. It's almost like a guaranteed poison with also getting some damage. Problem was that it just didn't really do any damage. I've ended up fighting a bunch of teams where they were really bulky Pokemon, like Okidogi and stuff like that, and it never felt like the actual Tail Slap was doing anything. And that was probably because we didn't have the Technician. I think if we would have had Technician on, it would have been a little bit better. at least for that particular build, just to actually get some damage out with tail slap. But even then, I don't even know if Technician would have actually made the move, like if you would have noticed the difference, because it's just, I'll be honest, Fezendipiti just has really weird stats. It just seems like a really hard Pokemon to use. But we also tried with Play Rough, U-Turn, Protect, and just overall, the set really just didn't feel like it worked super well. I've tried both the special attacking one with Dazzling Gleam, Icy Wind, stuff like that. And I feel like that set, even though it does have a lower special attack stat and stuff like that, I still feel like that was just more viable than this one. This one just didn't really work. It may have just been the teams that I faced. I don't know. But for me in general, Fezendipiti really just, it wasn't hitting it. I'm really curious though. I've seen a lot of people talk about different ways they play Fezendipiti and how they feel like it works. I would love, absolutely love to hear down in the comments what you think is an optimal set for Fezendipiti, and maybe some partner Pokemon that pair really well with it. I would love to hear it. As a newer team builder and somebody who's using these videos and these tournaments to really push myself into doing more team building, get better at team building, because I am uncomfortable with it and I'm not going to get any better unless I push myself to do it. I would love to hear what you all think about Fezendipiti and what you think might be a viable option. It would absolutely make me super happy so that I could actually learn a little bit. It'd be great. Now with some of the other Pokemon I'm actually really excited about, and I think that if we were to stop a couple of the Pokemon out, like the Fezendipiti, this team would have had a really nice core to it. And I think the main like 3 core for this Pokemon are the Sinistcha, the Iron Hands, and the Cresselia. I feel like that is a really, really strong Trick Room setting core. The Iron Hands with Fake Out Assault Vest lives through a ton of stuff and is just this annoying, big, bulky, decent damage hitting Pokemon that just kind of sits there and just does what he needs to. So he's always been great, and it really is always nice to have like that Fake Out help with your Trick Room setter so that you don't have to worry about too many things hitting your Trick Room Pokemon. And it can definitely make your getting into Trick Room be a little bit more consistent. Sinistcha, I feel like, is really, really cool in this meta right now. Fire Terra, Sinistcha with Strength Sap does just absolute wonders into Pokemon like Ogerpon and all the other physical attacking Pokemon. I really, really have enjoyed using Sinistcha. I think it's really good right now. It's got a lot going for it. Machagacha does a ton of damage. It's a spread, burn, heal, like... I'll be honest, I don't think we've ever seen a move that does quite that much on a Pokemon where it actually is like usable. It's kind of nutty. It's really cool. But getting the access to Trick Room is also really good. Reason being is that Cresselia is always, you know, there's always the issue of getting like faked out and stuff like that. Well, if you're worried about fake out, then you also have Sinistcha. So you definitely have a couple of different options to go for your Trick Room opening, which is nice because consistency with Trick Room is always the big thing. Like if you can't get into your Trick Room consistently, then your team isn't working. But if you can make sure that you're consistently finding ways to get into Trick Room no matter what your matchup is, the team's gonna run a lot better. And so I feel like the Sinistcha and the Cresselia worked really well as a duo pair for Trick Room, and were able to hold their own while in Trick Room. Now the reason why we went with Hex on Sinistcha is I really wanted to test out this whole like having a bunch of status conditions on the board and then being able to utilize Sinistcha's Hex ability to kind of do a little bit extra damage. The problem was a lot of the teams that I faced during the tournament had a way to either remove it or we didn't get the proc, so it didn't work as well. But Hex definitely was really solid. It definitely did a lot of work, and when it did get off, it was a nice move to have on the team. And I feel like if I were to remake this team and change it a bit, I don't think I would take off Hex. I think I'd probably fix the Fezendipiti to actually be like the Icy Wind, Heat Wave, Dazzling Gleam, you know, Toxic Chain kind of thing that it is supposed to be. And I might have had a little bit more luck with the whole Hex stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I liked it. Ursaluna, now Ursaluna is one of those Pokemon that I really do like. I feel like it works really well in the meta and what we're doing with it, but I keep on wanting to go back to using the regular Ursaluna. I feel like the regular Ursaluna just has a little bit more going for it. And the big reason that I've seen, and you can correct me if I'm wrong or if you feel like there's anything else, but with Torkoal and the other Ursaluna out, Blood Moon Ursaluna is not the slowest Pokemon on the field when you're in Trick Room. So there are ways to counter this Pokemon with other teams that are just have slower Pokemon. And that's kind of been the problem. It's like, it's not the slowest Pokemon, so it's not always the best in Trick Room. It does well in Trick Room, but there are other Pokemon who outbeat it. And that's kind of been my issue, is it's been getting outplayed by other Pokemon in Trick Room. That's just my, I guess it's personal preference and maybe just like positioning and stuff like that, but I found it a little bit more difficult to actually really get a lot of those big moves off. Obviously Blood Moon's insane. It does a ton of damage, but nice to have. Hyper Voice was Throat Spray's great. I just feel like the regular Ursaluna just does better. Ursaluna with Flame Orb, Earthquake, Facade, like there's just, I feel like it consistently puts out more damage and has less issues with getting just destroyed, or like I don't know. I just feel like it works, and also I feel like it also works really well with Cresselia a little bit more, obviously because you can run Earthquake and the Levitate. So I think just with this team in particular, I probably would have enjoyed running more of an Ursaluna in that one instead of the Blood Moon. But don't get me wrong, Blood Moon Ursaluna is great. It does really well. It just has to really be set up in a position where it's gonna do the best. And then the last option, obviously, like we were toying around with Gyarados or Landorus for this kind of Intimidate slot, because really like having Intimidate on this team was really crucial. We're trying to survive. We're trying to, you know, like, and just having a way to swap out for some of our ground weak Pokemon like Fezendipiti or Iron Hands, and having a swap out into a flying Pokemon is always nice. It makes it so you have that kind of, that anytime where you get a turn where your opponent does nothing, you've won drastically. Or at least it puts you in a solid favor and gives you a nice little buffer for that turn. So being able to have that swap out is always nice. And just having Landorus is just a really good Pokemon. Landorus is crazy good right now with the Flying Terra, and also Intimidate Choice Scarf. It's just, it's hard to outbeat. It's just super fast and it does a lot of damage. So yeah, overall, I think the team was really solid. There were definitely some things that we could adjust now that we've played with it and tested it, where it might be a little bit better. But overall, I honestly give this one like a B- to C+. It has some really nice synergy, but there are just a few things missing that we could probably do. So yeah, really good. We'll hop in now. So we're gonna check out some of the matches from the tournament. I believe I have 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 games that we played this last Saturday with this team, so we'll check them out. I did end up going 1 and 4, I believe. There were a couple games that were really close. There was 1 or 2 games where it was just it just didn't work. They really didn't have the right tools out on the board. But again, that's just learning these teams. Some of these teams aren't really my normal. I really like Trick Room heavy teams. I like Tailwind heavy. Like, I really like to be able to either, if I'm gonna slow it down, knowing that I've got a bulky Pokemon to work around with and actually work with, like Okidogi. I felt really comfortable with Okidogi recently. So this team was a little bit different for me, and it wasn't super comfortable, but it's always nice to kind of get out of your comfort zone and try something new so you can kind of learn. So it was cool and all. But yeah, let's get into those matches and check them out now. All right, fam. So we've got our round 1 match up against, let's see who we got here. We've got Hareb. They've got a pretty sick team with the Chandelure. They've got Ogre, Roaring, Iron Hands, Torn, and Chin Pao. Woo! All right. And Roaring Moon is scary. Yeah, they got some pretty cool stuff. Definitely Tailwind team. They don't have Trick Room on any of their Pokemon. They do definitely have a lot of stuff they can mess with Trick Room, like Fake Out and stuff like that. Ooh. You watch any Beast Coast stuff today, bro? I actually did not get a chance to. Today's normally a day where I spend a bunch of my time with the kids, so we were out in the backyard playing volleyball and stuff like that. So I wasn't really in the house too much. Didn't really get to see it, but I'll definitely will be watching some of the Beast Coast stuff. Hopefully it's on YouTube. Or at least it will be. I hope. Alright, so they got the Iron Hands, so they got Fake Out, Taunt, and Tailwind. All right, let's swap in. I want to bring out the Landorus. We'll drop a little bit of damage. I think he's just gonna fake me out, and I'm hoping we get a nice little chunk of damage into this this Tornadus here. Yeah, so we take the fake out. He's probably gonna taunt. Yeah. So really, for the most part, that turn one didn't really do anything for them, and I'm gonna get a big chip damage on this Torn here. Actually, we just knock it out. Okay, so I don't have to worry about any sort of Tailwind or taunts anymore with the Cresselia. So that's actually really, really good at this point. That was a solid turn one. That worked out really well. Yeah, that worked out really well. Shrek the Gourmand. Oh my god, what a... I absolutely love that name. What an absolute champion name that was. And the marked... Oh, that was good. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, how are you doing today, Cruise Core? What's up, man?
Please welcome our new follower.
Yo, Losoid, I'm the worst. Locade, yo, what up? Welcome in. Thanks for the follow, dude. Appreciate it. Nice. That was a good spiky shield. Nice. Turn one winner surrender. It's just how you speedrun through a tournament. You either get them to surrender in turn one or you do. Okay. What do I have in the back? Oh, that's right. I'm stuck in it now. Oh, it did so much. Oh my. Ooh. That was big damage. All right, we're bringing the Cresselia because hopefully I'll be able to get Trick Room up. I don't have to worry about the taunts or anything like that anymore. That hurt, but we're gonna get rid of the Ogre Pawn, so I don't have to worry about that. All right, so they're down 2. They have no more fake out pressure they can swap around with anymore either. I don't know what their last Pokemon is yet. Wisp. So we got the Chandelier. Okay. I think I'm gonna bring out the Cresselia. I'm gonna bring the Shadow Ball. I think he's a Shadow Ball in the Cresselia slot to knock it out for sure, and then this should soak it. Yeah, honestly, it looks really, really good. Chandelier looks really good shiny, man. There's some Pokemon that just, they really did so well with. Like, Iron Hands looks fantastic in this game, dude. Chandelier looks really good too. That Heat Wave kind of sucked. Ooh, it's gonna be a water terrace chandel. No, I haven't changed it yet. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's gonna hurt. It doesn't kill though. It doesn't kill though. Question is, how much does this do? Enough to kill. Nice. Okay. I think that's over at this point. I was a little bit worried for a second, but I think with the chandelier being down and the iron hands being down -2 or -2, I think we're fine. A small breeze kills a shit. Well, this time it was a giant blood moon breeze. The breeze of the blood moons. Ducks them on. GG, Mike. Hopefully, we'll see. It should be. We got the hyper voice boost, so now we should be able to earth power. It should be 1000% dead. Let's go, dude. GG, man. That was a great game. Absolutely fantastic round. But yeah, it did really well. I felt like the 4 that we brought did what we needed them to when we did. That was good. That was a good game. All right, so we got round 2 up on deck. We've got Ando. We've fought Ando quite a few times in previous tournaments. They are very, very good. They've made top cut multiple times, and they always bring some crazy teams. So I'm excited to rematch them. I'll be honest with you, I don't know how many times I've actually beaten Ando, or if I have. They have throttled me a few times, so this should be a good match. They have a Trick Room team, but they have something that I don't, and that's they have Torkoal, and that's gonna be the slowest Pokemon on the field. So we need to deal with that. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I don't know if those are the right Pokemon. I kind of panicked a little bit, I won't lie. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to open up against this, because I think obviously with them having Torkoal, they probably want to get into Trick Room. I love their card. That's great. But yeah, it's gonna be a rough one because the whole Trick Room issue. I don't think that's what I wanted to have happen. That actually makes this really, really difficult. It's gonna hurt. I don't think this that Landorus was a problem to open up against into. It has too many. It can basically do super effective damage to all my Pokemon out on the field right now. Honestly, I think having Iron Hands. Still, even with Iron Hands, it would have been hard just due to the fact that just due to the fact that the Landorus can still do super effective damage to it, it would just hurt. I think so far this has been a pretty decent turn for us, especially if we burn the Lando. Oh, we didn't burn the Lando. But we did get our Blood Moon out, and so they don't have Torkoal out yet, but we have... I mean, like... This is not terrible, I don't feel like. Like, we probably could be in a worse position, you know what I mean? It's gonna be like I kind of want to kill the Landorus, but I also don't. Like, I want to just... Oh, we didn't burn it. I wonder if he could just kill the Sinistcha at this point, I think. Oh, that was an Earthquake. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I don't know if this kills the Sinistcha, but it'll definitely hurt. Yeah, almost. Ooh, yeah, that's right. I can't even do that because we were taunted. Round 2 is a dub. Let's go, dude. Nice job. Okay, so we get intimidated off. That's pretty good. You what up, Bootleg? Welcome in, dude. We're in round 2 at the moment. Okay, we take out Cresselia. That's actually super, like, Cresselia is a problem. So not having it on the field anymore is not bad. All right, so we get a U-turn. They're obviously going to get their Torkoal out. Wonder how many turns of Trick Room we have left, though. And, like, what we can sack to get out of it. Okay, so they have their own Blood Moon. And Torkoal. So they have Torkoal, Blood Moon, and Lando. Let's see how this goes. We should be able to get some HP back on our Blood Moon, and then... Still gonna hurt. The Torkoal's still gonna be hurt, but I think we just need to get rid of it. Okay, so it's Terra Fire Torkoal. This is gonna do a ridiculous amount of damage. I mean, hopefully it doesn't kill the Blood Moon. I mean, we are ground, so like, maybe. I hope. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Torkoal, you just so mean, bro. I was hoping, but no, not even, dude. That hurts so bad. It's insane. It's Charcoal, Drought, Fire, Torkoal. It just does so much damage. I think there's still one more turn of Trick Room too. Yeah, that's gonna be. Oh, it hurts so bad. Yeah, I don't think we can win this one because we don't have Protect on the like. If we were to be able to protect the Landorus on this turn, maybe. We can't. We're just gonna get knocked out. Yeah, that'll be GG. GG. That Torkoal Eruption is gonna butcher both of them, and then the Blood Moon Hyper Voice. GG. I don't know what I would have been able to do differently to deal with that Torkoal. I think we needed to waste like one more turn. But even then, he still would have brought it in with the Landorus swap. So what I probably should have done was just probably protect with the Blood Moon on that one turn, instead of dying to the Torkoal. I mean, yeah, I mean, we had a chance, but I think we would have to play that differently. I'll be honest, this team's got like, I don't know what I really want to do into this team at the moment. This will be a hard one. This is gonna be a spicy little match here. So I'm thinking, I'm looking at their team sheet. I don't really see any like Trick Room counter, and plus I think we have the slower Pokemon in the game, or at least in the match. So I think getting ourselves in a Trick Room is gonna be one of our better options at the moment. I don't like this. I kind of panic picked at that in there. I don't like this. I think I should have doubled into him. He doesn't protect. There's a Lando. Yeah, Iron Hands is massive, bro. Okay, so Iron Hands comes out. It's a really good protect. This is turning out to be pretty spicy. I'm not digging this, man. I'm not digging it. Oh, bro, tell me it's not. Okay, it's this thing. I feel you, bro. I feel you. Trust me. I've had my times going 0-3. It always hurts, bro. Okay, so the Clefairy's down, which is huge. I mean, that's a big issue. All right. Sinister was a good one. I don't know if this was the right play. I think I might have thrown. Yeah, shit. I was hoping he was gonna protect, but he did not protect. I keep on playing like they're gonna protect the dude and they're not. Oh, we got him with a sucker punch. That was actually super huge. I think we kill his Sinistcha with this Blood Moon though. Yeah. Blood Moon! Yo, what's up, Trinidad? How you doing, man? What up? What up? Okay, so they got the fake out. I wonder who they're gonna. I mean, obviously, with I think they hit. Oh, we got the. Okay, so we're faster. If we can get some burns, we didn't get any burns, and our Sinistraw's down now because of it. Imagine Jake's not round one, but one because he has his beast. Was at the. Yo, let's go! I'm gonna have to make a read on this one, I think. Oh, dude, this could make or break this match right now. Or we didn't flinch. Oh god. Oh no, don't kill the bear. Oh, he killed the Iron Hand. Yo, does this Blood Moon kill? He's got Assault Vest. It doesn't. Oh god. I think we threw, man. I can't get through this damn King Gambit. He just clapped my whole team. I don't think Hyper Voice does it though. I think they figured it out and they'll probably end up. Oh, they suckered. It still goes off. Holy shit. It did so much damage. Yeah, I needed to kill the King Gambit earlier. There was a couple of times where I read like some protects and they didn't, and I think that's what cost me. Yeah, I think it was those couple of times where we're like, oh, I think we're gonna protect. We're gonna go with like, and we just didn't get enough chip damage into it. Like we needed to get more chip damage. He was too healthy for too long. Nice, nice. Yeah, they played really well. King Gambit kind of clapped my cheeks. All right, we got Matty Ayers DJ. Let's get this party started. This should be a good one, dude. I think this is the first game we brought Fezendipiti, so should be cool. They've got a couple Pokemon that Fez can do well into. Ouch. All right, so we're gonna Terra Fire because I don't really feel like dealing with two, like I feel like we're gonna get hit with like Bleak Winds and or Shadow Balls, and we need to live through this, so yeah. We should live through that now. Yeah, all right, so we made a good read. I figured they were going to pull out the Fluttermane and probably going to bring in something like either Ogre or Lando to soak it up. I mean, that also, yeah, that works too. He's got Fake Out, Grassy Glide, U-Turn, and Knockoff. Okay, so Tornadus is gone. Can we get a burn? Yo, Jevil, thanks for the follow. Or what's up? How are we doing? I'm doing fantastic, especially now that you're here. Oh, I didn't do it right. Ran out of time. I didn't know what I want to do against this. This is gonna be a rough one. Cause like the Fake Out and then it's gonna hurt wherever it goes into. And this is the problem. Cause you could just Ivy Cudgel the Iron Hands and it would rock that Ursaluna. There we go. So no more Fake Out, and we got 2 turns of Trick Room. I'm good. I'm looking for someone to take some shinies that I want. Let's go. I don't know if that was the right play. I think I'm gonna get Grassy Glided into the Ogre or into the Ursaluna. I probably should have done. I didn't think about that. That Grassy Glide's gonna hurt. Yeah, it's like half. Oh, I forgot they have Grassy Glide too. Oh, I missed that. No. Oh God, that hurts so bad. I completely forgot. I didn't even see that. I think that's game. I think we're too far behind now, unfortunately. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, we messed up. Dang it. We messed up. No, I forgot about the Grassy Glide. Oh, we got dumpstered, bro. We got dumpstered. Okay. It still does so much damage. Yeah, I don't think we can win this one. I think we're pretty well. Oh, the Ogre Pawn is gonna clock us, dude. And them Grassy Glides are no joke. Yeah, GG, dude. Misplayed in the beginning, or in the middle there. Oh, they swapped in the Flutter Mane, so even if it was, oh, rough, dude. I went 1 and 3 too, dude. It happens. Played against some really good people, and I got absolutely hosed on this one. Yeah, I think we needed to. There was a couple turns in the middle of that one that we definitely played really wrong. On top of the fact that, like, we probably should have just brought in Landorus, and like Fezendipiti is just not that great of a Pokemon. So like, there's that. Damn. What's going on? I'm playing in a tournament and I'm getting whooped by everybody in the tournament at the moment. This is what's happening. Yeah, maybe. We never know. There's always a shot. Regulation E 2v2 battles, like VGC battles. Now, can we get to 50% protect and kill the ogre? Nope. Oh, we should just attack. Oh no, we're just gonna eat something from this Flutterman. God damn, that hurts. It happens, bro. Sometimes people just don't want to play anymore. They're just like, hey, I'm done. Yeah, we can't do anything about this. GG, dude. No idea why it's Poison Fairy. It's a weird one. You're right. Well, the dream to top kill with Fezendipiti did not work. So I feel like, so with one of the games we lost to in Trick Room, we lost because they had a better Trick Room Pokemon in Torkoal, and then the other games we just lost because there was just not enough damage. Like the Fezendipiti just isn't doing enough. There's 6. So yeah, it's I don't know, there's definitely something missing on the team where it's just not quite there. I'm try something different. Do something a little bit weird. He threw turn 1-2, which wasn't great, but I was able to bring it back. Let's go, dude. How's your record tonight, Simon? All right, we got Andy up on deck. Let's see what they bring. Okay, okay. This guy's Smash Me guy. Oh no, dude. It's gonna hurt. All right, so we have one Pokemon down. Freaking Hacks got full paralyzed. Oh my god, bro. No. Dude, that shit's rough. That is rough, man. I feel for you, dude. All right, so now we've got... Ending tune for my last match went pretty well. Yeah, let's go. I'm glad you ended up on a solid note, man. That's awesome, dude. The ladder suffering will begin. The damn ladder suffering will begin. Yo, let's go 5-1, bro. That's fantastic, dude. He might kill my Cresselia. Oh, with that, he... Oh, God. We lived! Holy shit. Let's go. Kind of figured the spike shield was coming, so that's good. Dude, he's just not knocking my people out. Yeah, dog's a problem, man. He probably just drain punched that slot. We've been a lot better. I mean, one drain punch, he's just gonna kill my guy. On the crackhead ladder. Yo, let's go, dude. I protected on that turn. Damn. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one. We can't deal with the dog at the moment. It got too bulky with the Grimmsnarl. And it'll easily one-shot the bear at this point. And Fezendipiti just doesn't do anything. Fezendipiti kind of sucks, guys. I'll be honest, it's not doing anything, and we had plenty of opportunities to get like Toxic up, but I just didn't want to do it. But we've tried to use Fezendipiti, and we found out really quick that it's not good. There's just nothing that it brings to the table that other Pokemon can't bring at the moment. Yeah, anytime you have Intimidate screens with a bulky Pokemon like Okidogi, it's just... Because, I mean, I've played it. It was really cool. It's definitely a really, like... It's a solid team. But, yeah, there's just... If you don't have the right stuff or you do, like, a wrong turn... That was what happened. There was just... We didn't have any answers to it. And, like, a turn or two in, and it was already at the point where we couldn't do anything about it. GG, dude. Yeah, but honestly, like, we tried to bring Fezendipiti a couple matches. It's just a terrible Pokemon. It's so bad, dude. If you're using it and you're doing it well, please let me know, because I'd love to see it. Otherwise, my opinion will be that this Pokemon is absolutely terrible. It doesn't do anything, and it's just terrible. Yo, thank you all so much for coming out to the Wide League recap video, where we basically just talked about everything that happened in the Wide League tournament this weekend, from the top cut teams to the team that I brought, and then also got to see some of the matches from the tournament from some of the amazing people who joined, and just overall kind of testing some of this team building out that I'm starting to get into now that I'm a little bit more comfortable with VGC. Definitely feeling like getting out and starting to team build is kind of the next step in what I'm able to do. I've piloted plenty of teams. I've learned a bunch about Pokemon in the VGC scene and just kind of what is expected, and now it's like that next step. You know, team building is honestly, I think, probably the hardest thing in VGC. It is just so hard. There's so many things to think about when building teams, and if you do it wrong, the team just doesn't really work out. And so it's gonna take me some time. There's probably gonna be some teams you see on here that are probably gonna be absolutely terrible, and that's okay. That's part of learning. We're gonna get some bad teams, we're gonna get some good teams, and overall it's gonna be a good learning experience. And hopefully you all enjoy this at home. I'm definitely excited to start bringing more of the YouTube, or more of the Wide League, into the YouTube, and just bringing more of that into some of the other content that I make, because it felt, for a little while, it's felt like kind of the Wide League was a lot of stuff that I did just mainly on Twitch, and not a lot of it really transitioned over to YouTube. And I'm really excited to start bringing and meshing those two together, and really kind of like full circle kind of thing, you know. And so this whole process of doing these recaps for these Wide League tournaments, starting to really push myself and team build once a week with some of my friends like Say and Bush, and others that join in and help me out, it's really cool. And I definitely I'm excited for the future of the Wide League tournaments and where I'm headed with them, especially with this whole schedule now with team building, playing them in the tournament, then kind of going over and recapping them. It's definitely, I feel like I'm going to learn a lot more about myself as a player, and about as VGC in general, and hopefully it's something you all enjoyed, because I know that I've been getting requested about it, as far as, you know, showing more of my team building, showing more of my teams and stuff like that. So hopefully this is what you're looking for. Now, specifically about the actual rental for this team, I have not turned my Switch on and logged on the internet yet, because I did not end up getting my moon viewing Clefairy yet. I have not gotten the shiny chipper Clefairy yet from the moon viewing event that's happened, and since my Switch has not been turned on the internet, I haven't lost my spawns yet. So I'm hoping to continue doing those kind of resets until I can actually get my chipper marked Clefairy. So I won't be able to actually make the rental code quite yet. But one of my moderators is actually going to be making the rental team today so that I will be able to post the rental code into the description of this video. So if you checked out this video early and there wasn't a rental code available, there will be one in the description of this video very, very soon. So keep your eye out for that. There will also be the Pokepaste and all of the Wide League tournament stuff down below, the Wide League Discord server, the next Wide League tournament, which will happen next weekend on Saturday. As well as all the other stuff with the Wide League and pretty much anything with this video. There's gonna be a bunch of links down in the description below, so make sure you check them out. But yeah, this was an absolute blast. I'm really excited. Next week, this upcoming team building session on Wednesday with Sane Bush will be happening at 9 p.m. CST on my Twitch channel, WD Michael. And this one's a little bit different because on my Twitch channel, we actually had a sub goal event happening. And one of the first sub goals was for somebody to pick a Pokemon for us to team build with. So this next one is going to be a little bit spicy, as we're going to have a kind of a goofy Pokemon, I'm sure, from the Twitter poll. But that Twitter poll will also be down in the description below. So if there's a Pokemon that you want to see me team build with, now is your chance, because it's part of a Twitter kind of poll going on. And if you get you in before Wednesday, it might even be the Pokemon that I end up team building with here on my Twitch stream. So, and also will end up being the Pokemon that I bring to the Saturday Night Rumble. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited about it. So yeah, if you're curious about catching that out, make sure you hop over to my Twitch channel. I would love to see you and hang out with you while I'm live. Other than that, I hope you have a fantastic day out in Paldea, trainers, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace out.